Hi guys! Today I want to talk about how to resolve fights. I know when I get in a fight with someone, it's really easy for me to think that they've done something wrong and I'm completely innocent. For example, when I get in fights with my boyfriend, which happens fairly regularly, I always think that he's being mean and rude and talking down to me, and he's being like a bully, and I'm convinced that I've done nothing wrong. But it takes two people to fight, and as long as I'm seeing it as all his fault, there's no way that it can be resolved. I'm just sitting there going, you did this, and then he's going, but you did this, and then we're just back and forth and back and forth. And the same thing happens when we think of, bullying situations at school. It's way easier for us to think that there's the bad guy and they're awful and they're the mean bully, and then there's this innocent, helpless victim. The reason we think like that is because we never want to look at what we're doing to hurt someone else. Because when we do that, we have to feel the reasons why we're hurting someone else. And those are really uncomfortable feelings. We might be feeling rejected or isolated or abandoned or in pain. And it's way easier for us to just say, I don't want to deal with those feelings. Clearly, this is your fault. This is a really hard thing to do, even for adults. Even for me, I'm a clinical psychologist and I deal with this stuff every single day. And it's still hard for me to notice what I'm doing when I'm stuck in one of these feelings. So this is why I'm so excited to have Jeremiah on the show today, who's 16, and he's basically already figured this out.
Yeah, I was just one of those kids that would nag and just pester people. And I think I did that because I just felt like alone. I didn't really know what to do. When I transferred over to this middle school, I knew nobody there, and I felt super closed off, like there was a chain around me locked with 4 different combinations, and I had no idea what to do. So I kind of lashed out, and that was my way of coping with not being able to socialize or go hang out with people. Some random kid came up to me and told me hey, I don't know if you know what you're doing is wrong, but it is, and I just wanted you to know. I'm not trying to make you angry or anything. It's just I want you to know in case you didn't know. And I didn't. I got angry in the moment, and I was kind of frustrated with him. It took a while, but I figured out how to take those locks off and unwrap the chain and just kind of be myself, but in a different way. Sometimes you have to change yourself a little bit to make other people feel better.
So when I talk to teenagers like Jeremiah, I get so excited because it helps me realize how powerful young people are to change this whole world we live in. Right now, when I look around, adults, myself included, in the media, in politics, we're all just walking around blaming other people for how we feel and pointing fingers. Deciding to do things differently means that not only can you resolve your own relationship issues, but then you can also figure out how to help other people instead of just sitting here judging them.
From those feelings, I learned to go out and tell people and let them know, because I don't want them to be in the same boat as me. Because nobody should have to live a life without knowing what's going on. They should always be in the know. It's something that you feel like you can't help, but you can. It's just find your sweet spot. Because I play in drumline, and there's always that one spot on the drum where it sounds the best, and you find it's the sweet spot. Once you find that, you'll be good, rather than just letting negative thoughts cloud your mind. Because a lot of people think that there's bullies in the world and we need to stop them, and the kids that are victims, we need to help them. Well, a lot of people don't realize also the bullies need to be helped, not just the bullied.